Hi guys, it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my October TBR. Now, last week you would have seen my Victober TBR, so I will link that down below. There are two books on here that you would have seen on that, but I will explain that as we go. Now, obviously, I mentioned it on my Victober TBR, but my TBR for October is Mahusive. If you include this and the Victober one, we're looking at about 20 books. I know I read 30-ish a month, but because the Victober ones are big, it means I have not got much give and take on this TBR. But one of the things I have been thinking about is if a book doesn't fit me, then I will be far enough to DNF. I'm not going to be beating myself up if I don't feel like I can. But you will be seeing a lot of contemporaries on this video, because I've got a lot of fantasies, because I need some cushion behind Victober. Victober classics are very heavy. They take longer to read, so I need something just to help me on that. So there aren't very many historical fiction on this time. I'll go back on that in next month probably. And again, there are a couple of books I will be linking over a little bit, but I don't want to ramble. I will show you the buddy reads first, and then I'm going to do the TBR jar. Again, I am going to give you a heads up. There is one book on this TBR jar that if it comes up, I will go again, because I'm going to be honest, there is one book on here, Shrines of Gaiety, that is very, very big, and I'm not going to put myself under too much pressure. So if I get that, I will choose again. I'm not going to beat myself up. The whole point of TBRs is fun. I like my routine, but at the same breath, I'm not going to be beating myself up. So let's start with a book that I will be talking about several times on this video, because it meets several things. And it is Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood. I bought this in the Waterstone sale at Christmas time, and I've been saving it for this, and I will probably, with her sequel book, her second book is already out, and that will probably be got again in hardback with the latest. This is my Waterstones exclusive edition, and look at it. It's probably one of the most prettiest books I own. I'm buddy reading it with lovely Danny from Danny's Book World. You've got the gorgeous end pages. I love the sprayed edges. I love this. It is an absolute stunning book. Everyone knows about this because it came out over a year ago. But I've been waiting for it to read then. Everyone knows about this book, but I'm so excited about it. And the lead character is called Belle, which is my niece's name. Belle's powers weren't completely dormant. They were just a little sleepy. Belladonna Blackthorn hasn't lost her magical spark, but she hasn't seen it in a while either. Balancing work at her beloved London bookshop. That's another thing. I love bookshops in books. And her Luna books with handling her toxic boss and concealing her witchcraft, which is definitely my jam, around her. Belle is burnt out. Perfecting the potential of her magic is the last thing on her mind. But when her 30th birthday brings a summons from her coven and a trial that tests her worthiness as a witch, Belle risks losing all her magic forever. With only a month to fix things and the suspicion that dark forces may be working against her, Belle will need all the help she can get from the woman in her life, from an unexpected mentor, and even more from an infuriating coven watchman who is sworn to protect her. It's so pretty. Reading this with Danny, I'm hoping I'm going to talk to Danny, and hopefully I can start the month with this, because it's so exciting. This does match another couple of things on here, so I'm going to put this right near me. I won't talk too much about the next book, because this is my buddy read with the lovely Katie from Books and Things, and this is Shirley by Charlotte Bronte. This is for Victober, so I've talked about it a lot in Victober. It's also a reread, but me and Katie wanted to read together because it's one of the Bronte books that I've not read very much, and I don't remember a huge amount about it. And it's about, the weirdest thing is, it's the title of this book is Shirley, but the lead character, you don't get to meet Shirley until halfway through the book. So I'm reading this with Katie. Haven't set up a schedule yet, but really excited about it. Then to my buddy read with the lovely Cat from Brews and Reviews. And last buddy read, she actually was only like a day behind me, so that was pretty darn good. And this is Foxglove by Adeline Grace. And it is the sequel to Belladonna, which I bloody loved. I've got Wisteria now, which I'll probably be reading in at some point, either December or maybe even January. I think that's gonna be a January book, to be honest. What's wrong with love? Afraid it'll ruin you? A duke has been murdered. The Lord of Thorngrove has been framed, and fate is hell-bent on revenge. After his brother Death stole the life of the woman he loved, fate is determined to have Signa for himself, no matter what the cost. Signa and her cousin Blythe tolerate fate's presence, certain that he can save Elijah Hawthorne from the wrongful imprisonment. But fate's proximity unexpectedly reveals Signa's frighteningly new powers, linking her to fate's past. Now the girls must decide who they can trust, and as they navigate high society, unravel the murders that haunt their family, and play fate's unexpected games, all with their very destinies on a knife edge. Eek! I love Belladonna. It was one of my favourite books of the year, so I can't wait for this. Another reason why I'll put that to one side as well, because I'm going to be talking about that in a minute. So those are the buddy reads. Let's do it. Let's do the TBR jar. Please be nice. TBR jar was lovely last month. Let's see if it does it and I don't have to... Oh, that's the one. Yay! It's not necessarily the one I wanted, but it means I don't have to choose again. It is The Secret Letter by Kerry Barrett. It is historical fiction, so I have got another historical fiction in. It's dual timelines, and it's only 325 pages. Yes, TBR jar smashed it for me. Basically, I love it when TBR jar does nice. That can give bad days. Right, so the first timeline is set in, I always keep saying I'm going to have my hair like this, but then I always want to tuck it behind my ears. Anyway, London 1910, 21-year-old Esther Watkins would do anything for the suffragette cause. Imprisoned, force-fed and beaten, she is determined to fight for what she believes is right, no matter what it costs her. With her new love, Joseph, by her side, will she get the best future that she dreams of? Not looking forward to that whole force-fed bit, because I always find that really hard with the suffragette stuff. Then the current day timeline, Kent 2019. With her marriage in tatters, school teacher Lizzie Armstrong moves to Sleepy Elm Heath for a fresh start, and her pupils and the community soon steal her heart. But when the school is threatened with closure, Lizzie knows she must fight, and she looks to the school's founders for inspiration. What makes Esther, born and bred in London and proud suffragette, suddenly leave the city and escape to Elm Heath? And when Lizzie uncovers Esther's heartbreaking secret, could it give her the strength she needs to save not just the school, but a new beginning too? This does look really good, but it could destroy me. Great, what have I let myself in for? But TBR jar can be good. I am continuing with TBR jar next year. Don't worry, I'm loving that. Still, TBR jar is one of my favourite things. And to my reread. And that is Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell. This is very dusty because it's been on top of my bookshelf in my bedroom. It was a winner of the Women's Prize 5 years ago. Charlie got me this, I believe. We all know about this book. It's like the retelling of Hamlet's retelling, but Shakespeare's not named in this. And it's more about Shakespeare's big sister, Shakespeare's wife and his kids. On a summer's day in 1596, a young girl in Stratford-upon-Avon takes to her bed with a sudden fever. Her twin brother Hamlet searches everywhere for help. Why is no one at home? Their mother Agnes is over a mile away in the garden where she grows medicinal herbs. Their father is working in London. Neither parent knows that Hamlet will not survive the week. I did really enjoy this last time I read it, and it is a reread to see if I want to keep it and if I enjoy it the second time. I have been a bit hit and miss with Maggie O'Farrell, so I loved the Vanishing Act of Esme Lennox. I liked Instructions for Heatwave. I loved. I am thought that did my nut. Her first time wine was quite good. I've been a bit hit and miss though, so I'm hoping that the reread of this is going to be good. Then just to let you know again briefly on this one, this is my classic for the month because obviously it's Victober, so I had to pick a Victober classic, and this is Felix Holt by George Eliot. I talk about this a lot on my Victober TBR because it matches the prompt for that as well, and it's all to do with like the second reform bill. It's my first. I have heard lots about this. I think Kate Howell likes. I know Kate Howell likes George Eliot, although Katie from Books and Things doesn't. So I'm hoping I like this. It's probably one of my biggest one of my Victober books. In the fact that if you ignore the notes, it is still 637 pages, but it's small. So even though it's those amount of pages, it's small. I am hoping I like this. So those are the books that are set. I've also got my seasonal reads, which I'll tell you about. But again, I talk about the seasonal reads in my autumn seasonal read doodah book video. This video is nice and short, isn't it? So I don't need to talk about it too many times. I will link both the videos I mentioned down below. I will remember. So the first one is Before It Rains by Dinah Jeffries. So that's I think probably my last kind of one of the only historical fiction books. So that's why I chose it. And I love Dinah Jeffries' books. Before It Rains is my autumnal because it looks all autumnal. And it's set in 1930, Rajapana, India. Since her husband's death, 28-year-old photojournalist Eliza's only companion has been her camera. But when the British government sent her to the Indian princely states to photograph the royal family, she is determined to make a name for herself. But when she arrives at the palace, she meets Jay, the prince's handsome, brooding brother. Don't want to know too much. I do talk about that more obviously in my seasonal book. I love Dinah Jeffries' works. It's about 400 pages, so it's not too long, but the print's quite big, which means hopefully it won't take too long to read. But I do like to look at that. Then to the seasonal book that I'm super excited about, and this is Kindling by Bonnie Woods. It looks like a saucy romance that... Oh yeah, this was given to me by Angela. And I was I only just saw. I've still got the little postcard she gave me that goes included in it. And purple's my favourite colour. I remember that. She's so sweet. Angela's absolutely lovely. Angela from Reading Off My Shelf, so I will link her channel down below as well. So she sent me this. One grumpy Scottish woodsman, one uprooted city girl, one autumn that changes everything. Perfect for the autumn, obviously. The snug autumnal retreat in Highlands is the perfect escape for Harper until she's stranded in the forest with nowhere to stay. Fraser, a gruff local woodcutter, reluctantly offers her his lumberjack's cabin on one condition: she mustn't distract him from the duties. Obviously going to be a saucy romance. I don't care how long it is. It's a beautiful copy, less than 400 pages. But I think this is going to be just what I need for victober and alongside that. So to another, like I said, I've got a few contemporaries now, and I'm not even apologising for it because I know that's what I need. This is Finally Mine by Lucy Score. It is the second in this series, and I love Pretend You're Mine. I'm looking forward to Protecting One. I love Lucy Score. I know her romance books are bigger. I know they're saucy. I know that is what it is about. It's just saucy romance. But do you know what? I don't even apologise for myself. It's 450 pages roughly. I love it. It focuses on Gloria. So if you haven't read Pretend You're Mine, wait until after I've gone this because it's like a sequel, second in the series. Gloria is due happily ever after. She's lost 10 years of her life to a toxic, dangerous relationship. Now that she's finally free and medicating with makeovers and margaritas in her mother's kitchen, she has a long road ahead of her remembering who she is. But just when she has sworn off men, at least a decade more, along comes larger-than-life hometown hero Aldo Moretta. He is saying all the right things and flirting in all the right ways, but he's leaving for 6 months. One dazzling kiss and he's gone. Or so Gloria thought. Obviously, it's connected to first book. I love the first book. I can't wait to read it. It is going to be just what I need. I keep saying it's just going to be just what I need, but I do need these books alongside victober. Self-care is so important. And then to the first of 2 pink books, and again, I'm thinking self-care. It's The Happiest Ever After. It's pink. It's going to be pink means it's going to be romance, and romance is good fun. Polly Potter, I think this was sent to me by the Amazon anonymous person. Polly Potter used to love her job until her new boss decided to make her life hell. She used to love her partner Chris until he cheated on her. My Chris didn't do. My Chris is a nice guy. The only thing she truly loves now is the pages of the novel she's writing, where she has created a bolder version of herself, the fictional Sabrina Anderson. Disorientated after an accident, Polly ends up believing she really is Sabrina, living at the heart of a noisy Italian family restaurant by the sea, run by Teddy, the son of a new landlady, Marielle, and it's a much-loved place, facing the threat of closure by its rival restaurant moves in next door. Sabrina can't remember anything about her past, but she knows she's living a very different life now to the one she used to know. This does look really quirky and weird, but it looks so good. It's a bit of a random one. Charlie showed this to me when we went out for my birthday in March. So on her birthday month, I thought I'd read this. Underbelly by Anna Whitehouse. I know diddly. She doesn't want your life. She wants to destroy it. I literally know diddly about this. I think it's sound as I've got it on my shelf as a contemporary, but it looks more like a mystery. Underbelly, singular. The soft underside or whatever. Lo and Dylan are living parallel lives, worlds apart. Lo is the ultimate middle-class mother with a polished Instagram post and an armchair activism. Dylan is about surviving on 0 hours telemarketing from her flat, trying to keep food on the table. But when they meet at the school gates, they're catapulted into each other's lives with devastating consequences. I have got no idea what this is about. It's pretty pretty. So, could be fun. Could be good. Hope I like it. Don't know too much, but again, why the hell not? Now, the next 3 books are, before I forget, Gothtober is also being run in October, and it's being posted by Olivia and lots of other amazing booktubers, a few other amazing booktubers. Now, I will link Olivia's channel down below. Please link her announcement video. I don't go for the prompts on Gothtober because I am doing victober and I'm trying to be a bit gentle for myself. But I picked 3 books that have the Gothic theme. Plus, I've also got, obviously, Foxglove and my other, before I forget, seasonal read, Bewitched. So I've got 5 books that match the whole Gothic theme. Foxglove totally bloody matches it. The first one is one that Chris got me for Christmas last year. And looking at the back of it, I'm a bit concerned and I'm not sure if this is going to actually work for me. And it's in the slums of the 19th century New York, her survival hangs on the very thread of a tarot card. I struggle with that because of personal experiences with tarot and my faith. So I don't tend to read much about tarot. Each their own. I totally support everyone to believe and do whatever you like. But for me, I struggle with that. So I'm hoping I like this, but I'm a little bit nervous. If I do struggle with it, I will DNF, but I'm not sure. Something powerful is coming. Working as a living canvas for an abusive tattoo artist in the decaying underworld of 19th century New York, Flora meets Minnie, an enigmatic circus performer who offers her a way out. Salvation comes in the form of an opulent townhouse that is the home to a menacing and predatory Mr. Chester Merton. Flora earns her keep reading tarot cards for his guests while struggling to harness her gift, an ability to summon the dead. Caught by dark love triangle between Minnie and Chester, Flora begins to unravel the secrets behind the house. It would match victober quite well, but I am a little bit nervous about that one. One that I'm super excited about, and this is Leigh Bardugo's The Familiar. I really need to read more Leigh Bardugo. I bought this when I was out with Kat in London. It is black. It's totally and utterly perfect for Gothtober, and it's an independent bookshop edition because I've got it from an independent bookshop. Kat from Brews and Reviews told me I would love this. It is less than 400 pages. It looks so stunning. A woman's ambition could prove deadly. In a shabby house in the new capital of Madrid, a lowly kitchen servant hides a gift from Little Miracles. When her employer discovers that Luciana Cottato's secret talent, she demands that the scullion perform her illusions to win over the royal court. Determined to forge a better life for herself, Lucia plunges into the world of power-hungry nobility, desperate kings, holy men, and hucksters, where the line between magic, science, and fraud blur. With the pyre of Inquisition burning, she uses every bit of her wit and will to win fame and hide the truth of her ancestry, even if it means enlisting the help of notorious Gwillian, I can't say his name, an embittered immortal familiar whose own secrets could destroy them both. Dark, gothic, should fit Gothtober perfectly. And then lastly, to a book that I am again super excited about. It's a witchy vampire book. It's a stunning book that I got from the Lovely Works. I've got the 2 of this book. So I got this one, I got this next one after it. My Vampire +1. It started with a fake date. Now true love is at stake. Right, so Amelia Collins is tired of the constant questions about her non-existent dating life, so she decides to get everyone off her back once and for all by finding anyone, to pose as her date for a family wedding. If he's annoying or embarrassing, much the better. Coincidentally, Reginald Cleves has centuries of experience at being rude, infuriatingly arrogant, and a fashion eyesore. which makes him perfect for her purpose. But as Amelia and Reggie practice their faux romance, so fake romance, and more of Reggie's secrets come to light, Amelia is surprised to find out that her first impressions couldn't have been more wrong, and that Reggie's bark might be worse than his bite. Vampire, fantasy, perfect for gothic, but it's a saucy romance, so it's goth romance, so that is just what I need, and it's so pretty. I've got some pretty books. I've got like 3 really gorgeous pretty books for October. But yeah, are you taking part in Gothtober? Are you taking part in victober? What are you reading in October? Do you think I'm slightly crazy that I've got like a massive TBR? And what do you think of these books? I love chatting to you all in the comments. It really makes me really smile. And October is one of my favourite reading months. It's got Gothtober and victober, which actually kind of work perfectly alongside each other because they're opposite sides of what I love. And I've got the contemporary books in the mix. So it's this TBR's made me really happy. If you got to the end of this video, leave me a bat or vampire emoji for Gothtober and for Halloween that's coming up at the end. Yeah, leave me a bat or vampire emoji if you got to the end of this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, subscribe to it. Ring on my ding-a-ling. I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.